Hello and welcome to Untwisted Threads. This is Drops Nord. This 45% alpaca, 30% polyamide, and 25% wool yarn features 26 colors. The colorway that we chose is 16 Jeans Blue. This 50-gram skein with 170 meters or 186 yards works up as a 4-ply fingering weight yarn. The suggested gauge on a US 2.5 or 3 millimeter needles is 24 stitches and 32 rows per 4 inches or 10 centimeters. For our swatch, I will be holding it double and using a 4.5 millimeter needle size. In today's video, we're going to review and score Drops Nord using our 5 categories, which are availability, softness, traction, durability, and cost, to help you decide if this is the best yarn for you and your next project. Stay tuned until the end for a few pattern recommendations as well. Would you like to feel a sample of our top picks out of over 100 yarns that we have reviewed on this channel? Click the link below to get your first month free, specialty yarn card, knitting patterns, and more. Let's get started. For availability, we give Drops Nord a score of 2.5 out of 5. You've heard the spiel before, how this Norway-based brand isn't super available here in the United States, but there are options. Currently, this yarn is actually available at one shop in the US and only a few colors on Amazon that we know of. However, I purchase and ship mine from the United Kingdom, and it is cheaper to purchase it that way, even with the $5 shipping to the United States. For softness, we give it a score of 4.2 out of 5. This was our most recently requested drops yarn, and it didn't disappoint. It has a nice softness, but not too soft, with some bounce and a beautiful alpaca halo. It was just soft enough from the skein that it wasn't irritating or sticking to itself. Now, I'm not sure what kind of wool is in this yarn, and I believe it is the wool that I started to feel was a smidge drying over time. It was noticeable, but not really irritating on my sensitive skin. For comparison though, it is softer than Mayflower Easy Care Classic and not quite as soft as King Cole Luxury Merino. Before and after blocking, it reminded me of Drops Fiesta. For a Micron Count or softness scale rating, we'd estimate it to be a 23, which is about in between the typical Merino and Alpaca Micron Counts. So we can't give a proper explanation for the wool in this case, but in general, both wool and alpaca are breathable and can help regulate the body's temperature when being worn. For traction, we give it a score of 4.5 out of 5. It had a tiny amount of grip on my needles while still having a great glide. The alpaca fibers or halo didn't cause any issues and it wasn't sticking together. It was an enjoyable knit that I would look forward to working with again. You may be able to get away with using wooden or bamboo needles with this one, but I really enjoyed using my nickel-plated ones. For durability, we give it a score of 4.5 out of 5. Alpaca, wool, and polyamide are 3 fairly durable fibers that have come together to make this non-superwash yarn. Without knowing what type of wool is in it, still just thinking about the alpaca and the polyamide, whether it's natural or synthetic, are pretty durable fibers. The alpaca brings the softness and halo, and the wool and polyamide keep it from stretching out and losing its shape. When it came to our stress test, we noticed a small amount of pilling when feeling the swatch with our hands. Not a ton, but you could tell that it was there. Especially with the long alpaca fibers, I would be cautious with agitation or irritating this yarn, as it could have the potential or tendency to felt together. For cost, we give it a score of 4.6 out of 5. For being a 50-gram skein, you can expect to pay $3.51 per skein. That breaks down to about 2 cents per yard, meaning a size medium sweater quantity would cost approximately $50. Overall, we give Drops Nord a score of 4.6 out of 5. I can't say that I've come across a sock yarn quite like this one. Usually it's just a wool and nylon, but I love that this has the addition of alpaca too. Its combination of alpaca, wool, and polyamide make it a soft and slightly fuzzy sock yarn that's durable and is one that I would reach for gift knits or even garments for myself. So we had a little look on Ravelry and wanted to share a few pattern recommendations with you, hopefully to inspire you if you're wanting to use this yarn for a project of your own. The first pattern is Darkwater by Jennifer Steingass. It comes in 7 sizes with finished bust measurements ranging from 37 3/4 to 56 3/4 inches and recommends 3 to 6 inches of positive ease. It suggests using a US 4 and 5 or 3.5 and 3 3/4 millimeter needle size. It is knit top down seamlessly and in the round starting at the neckline. It features a 2-color colorwork section on the yoke. It includes a chart for the colorwork and is said to be easy to follow and intuitive. The next pattern is Bindweed by Ksenia Naidyon. It comes in 8 sizes with finished bust measurements ranging from 34.5 to 56 3/4 inches and recommends 4 inches of positive ease. It suggests using a DK weight yarn or 1 strand of lace and 1 strand of fingering weight yarn with the US 6 or 4 millimeter needle size to meet gauge. This cardigan is knitted seamlessly from the top down with raglan increases. The front and back sections are worked in stockinette and the balloon sleeves include cables and baubles or popcorn stitches. The front border is knit at the same time as the body and features a small cable and 2x2 ribbing. At the end, the bottom is finished with a folded hem. The last pattern is the Free Bromont Mitts by Dianna Walla. It comes in 2 sizes, 8 and 9 inches in circumference and are 9 1/4 inches long. It suggests using a US 1 and 2 or 2 1/4 and 2 3/4 millimeter needle size and a fingering weight yarn. It is a unisex colorwork mitten pattern that are knit in the round from the bottom up. It uses 3 colors, but you could very easily customize it to use 2 or as many colors as you would like. Have you used Drops Nord yarn before? What yarn would you like for us to do a review on next? We would love to hear your thoughts and recommendations in the comments below. And if you enjoyed today's review, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.